With, endorsed by, or sponsored by Lebanon R3 Schools. The announcers of this broadcast are employees of Jacket Nation Sports and are not representatives of Lebanon R3 Schools. The views and opinions expressed by this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of Lebanon R3 Schools or its staff. This broadcast is produced and distributed independently by Jacket Nation Sports. Jacket Nation Sports is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by Lebanon R3 Schools. The announcers of this broadcast are employees of Jacket Nation Sports and are not representatives of Lebanon R3 Schools. The views and opinions expressed by this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of Lebanon R3 Schools or its staff. This broadcast is produced and distributed independently by Jacket Nation Sports. Jacket Nation Sports is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by Lebanon R3 Schools. The announcers of this broadcast are employees of Jacket Nation Sports and are not representatives of Lebanon R3 Schools. The views and opinions expressed by this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of Lebanon R3 Schools or its staff.
Heritage Bank isn't just another financial institution. They're proudly rooted right here in South Central Missouri, neighbors serving neighbors since 2003. Born from local visionaries who wanted a community-owned bank that invests in the people of the area. Heritage Bank's legacy is built on familiar faces, local decisions, and meaningful impact, helping families, supporting businesses, and keeping money right here where it belongs. Their slogan isn't just a tagline, it's how they operate. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's more than a motto, it's who they are. Thanks to their commitment, Jacket Nation Sports is now able to bring more of your teams and athletes into focus, keeping you connected even when we're not at every game. Heritage Bank, powered by local trust, driven by hometown pride, and proud to stand with Jacket Nation Sports. Every game looks different.
One play at a time. Together!
Through the athlete, the coach,
Play hard, but you gotta be smart.
and the moments you might never see. Not just highlights, perspective. This is Jacket Nation Sports.
Here at Results Advertising, we provide promotional products and apparel for your companies, schools, special events, and even our online fundraising stores. Show your jacket pride by outfitting your employees while still promoting your company. Results Advertising is proud to support all the local teams and schools. We strive for the same excellence as they show in their endeavors. So let us help you cheer on and show your jacket pride. Go Jackets!
Some roofs just speak for themselves. D&K Roofing, family-owned and Lebanon proud, brings quality craftsmanship to every shingle, backed by trusted warranties and top-tier materials from Owens Corning. Whether it's a new roof, a tear-off, or a full inspection, they show up, stand behind their work, and keep homes protected. Fully licensed, fully insured, and a proud supporter of Jacket Nation Sports. Phone 417-718-5450 or visit online to schedule your free estimate today. D&K Roofing, where quality hits home. At United Electric Services, we're proud to support our athletes and the traditions that make our hometown shine. From the field to the workplace, we know success takes hard work, passion, and the right support. United Electric Services, always here for our community and always cheering for Jacket Nation.
Here at Jonesy's Travel Center, we're more than just a pit stop. We're a destination. Fuel up your car and your appetite with our exclusive offers. Hungry? Don't miss out on our mouth-watering daily special at the restaurant. Or try our new Yellowjacket burger, a 6-ounce beef patty loaded with breaded peppers and drizzled with hot honey sauce. Need a space to meet? Our meeting room has got you covered. From fueling your car to fueling your day, Jonesy's Travel Center has it all. Come experience it for yourself.
At Independent Stave Company, our mission is for our employees and our community to flourish. That means supporting Lebanon's people, businesses, and schools today and always. We're proud to call Lebanon home, and we're here to support our hometown every play, every game, and every season. Missouri Cooperage, where community and teamwork always win. Go Yellowjackets!
COC Baseball coming your way here on a Thursday from Oley Scott Field. Kevin Stubblefield for Jacket Nation Sports. Great to have you along today for this league matchup between the Ozark Tigers and the Lebanon Yellowjackets. It is the start of a very busy stretch for LHS on the schedule as we barrel toward the end of April, toward the 1st of May. This starts a streak of 8 games in 9 days for the Yellowjackets as they take on a good Ozark ball club that comes in today at 15-7 on the season, 3-3 in the COC. And the Yellowjackets trying to parlay another victory after W's against Aurora and Springfield Central. LHS at 6-13, and they are 2-4 in conference play. Riley Gilby on the mound today for Lebanon, and towing the rubber for Ozark will be Luke Baer. Let's take a look at the Tigers starting lineup under the guidance of head coach Justin Sundley. Brody Julian will lead off at shortstop. Ryland Sutton is in right field. He'll bat second. Luke Baer will pitch and bat third. In the cleanup spot and playing at first base today for the Tigers is Stanley Bryce. Jared Dalton is the DH. He will bat fifth. Caden O'Donnell is the number 6 place hitter, and his position on the diamond will be at third base. Trey Burton in left field will bat seventh. Jeremiah Oakes does the catching. He'll hit eighth, and Anthony Cordell is the center fielder and batting ninth for Ozark. Brody Julian, Ryland Sutton, and Luke Baer, Stanley Bryce, Jared Dalton, and Caden O'Donnell, Trey Burton, Jeremiah Oakes, and Anthony Cordell, 1 through 9 for Ozark. For Lebanon, Beckett York will lead off and catch today. Kyson Gress in right field, hitting second. Harrison Kramer at third base will bat third. Cole Milliken has the duties at shortstop today. He'll bat the cleanup spot. Braden Christian, the DH, will hit fifth. Hitting sixth, the left fielder for Lebanon, Huck Headley. Malachi Simmons, 2 home runs on Tuesday against Central. He's at first base today and batting seventh. Brody Shoemaker will have the duties out in center field. He will hit eighth. And Riley Gilby is the pitcher for Lebanon and batting ninth. Beckett York, Kyson Grass, and Harrison Kramer. Cole Milliken, Braden Christian, and Huck Headley. Malachi Simmons, Brody Shoemaker, Riley Gilby for the Yellowjackets under the guidance of first-year head coach Alex Wheeler. Hope you enjoy it. It is 80 degrees and cloudy and windy here at Oley Scott Field. And COC baseball is underway as the first pitch is lined over second base and a base hit for Brody Julian. Over to cut it off is Grass. Then he runs past it, and Julian will go to second base on a single and an error. And that's how Ozark starts the afternoon, as a runner stands at second base with nobody out. So Julian got a pitch out over the plate and took it the other way. Grass was able to catch up to it, and then the ball snuck under his glove for the extra base. So a runner at second, nobody out for Ryland Sutton, the right fielder. A big-timer. He's committed to Ole Miss for college baseball. Here's the pitch on the way, and a strike is called over the outside corner. Ozark Class 6, District 6 this season. They are 3-1 on the road. Sutton, a big, strong left-hand hitter, takes it down and in for a ball, and it's 1-1. Runner at second, nobody out for the Tigers. The wind blowing from right to left this afternoon. Here's the pitch from Gilby, and that swung on and hit high into the air, out into left field, and carrying back, and the wind will take it out of here. Ryland Sutton gets one up in the atmosphere, and it sails beyond Huck Headley's reach and over the boards for a 2-run homer, and Ozark leads 2-0. So Ryland Sutton, who homered the other day in the Tigers' win over Kickapoo, goes deep today. And 2 batters in, it's 2-0 visitors. That'll bring to the plate Luke Bayer, the pitcher. Bayer swings from the right side, and he swings and drills one into left center field, and that's going to go deep and bounce over the fence for a double. Or did it go over? Bayer is taking the tour. So it did clear the fence out in left center field, a low sinking line drive. Back-to-back homers, and it's 3-0 Ozark. So a hit, a home run, and a home run. And to the plate comes Stanley Bryce, the first baseman. Jackets defensively, Headley in left, Shoemaker in center, Grass in right, Kramer at third, Milliken at short, Austin Gilby the second baseman, Simmons at first, and Beckett York catching. First pitch swung on and fouled away for strike one. Three-0 Ozark here in the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul. No balls and 2 strikes the count on Luke Bayer, or on Stanley Bryce, the first baseman. Now the pitch, and that's up high. Ozark averaging 6 runs a game. They're halfway there, and there's nobody out here in the first inning. Here's the kick and the pitch. Check swing and a foul off the bat of Bryce. Ozark 3, Lebanon nothing. Top half of the first, nobody out. Here's the 1-2 to Bryce, and a breaking ball is low. From the set, here's the next from Gilby. And that swung on and pounded deep to left field. And you can kiss that one out of here. A line drive homer into left center field off the bat of Stanley Bryce. And it's 4-0 Ozark. 3 bombs here in the first inning for the Tigers. 3 in succession. Sutton, Bear, and now Bryce. Time called, and Austin Knight will come out of the Lebanon dugout and pay a visit to the mound. Ozark coming into the ballgame today head-to-head against the Yellowjackets. They are 3-2 over the last 5. Going back to 2021. Ozark won last year's game at home by a score of 5-3. That took place on the 24th of April in 2025. Here it's already 4-0 Tigers. And Lebanon still looking to record an out. That'll bring up the DH, Jared Dalton. Dalton batting today for the second baseman, Logan Kirkland. 4-0 Tigers, bases empty, nobody out. Here's the sidestep and the pitch. And that twist across the corner for a strike call. Now the next from Gilby, just outside for a ball. Leadoff single by Julian, then 3 straight home runs for the Tigers. Breaking ball, and that is ripped into left. Solid single off the bat of Jared Dalton. That'll bring up Caden O'Donnell, the third baseman. Big left-hand hitter. Jackets will shift around in the outfield for him. Here's the pitch off the stretch and a high pop-up on the infield. You have to play with the wind, and Kramer will give way to Milliken, who will squeeze it for the out. So O'Donnell is retired. That brings up the left fielder for Ozark, Trey Burton. Burton wears number 21 on the back of his red uniform shirt. Ozark wearing the gray pants today as a strike hits the inside corner. Yellowjackets, and they're all white today. Move to first, and the runner, Jared Dalton, back safely. From the stretch, Gilby. Runner holds. Pitch is a strike. And it's 0-2 to Trey Burton. Here's the next on the way from Gilby. And there's a fly ball in the air to right field. It's going to be handled by Grass for out number 2. So after the salvo of singles and home runs, a couple of fly ball outs obtained by Gilby, and that brings up the catcher, Jeremiah Oakes. Oakes, a right-hand hitter. York sets the glove on the outer half. Runner going. It's high. Beckett's throw to second base on a hop, not in time. So a stolen base for Jared Dalton. RBI chance for Oakes, number 8 hitter in the batting order today for the Ozark Tigers. Here's the pitch on the way. And there's a little flare out behind third base, and that's going to land in left field. Good read that time by Dalton from second. He's going to try to score, and he will. Throw down to second base, and the ball goes into center field. So that'll be a double and a throwing error, and Ozark leads 5-0. An RBI for Oakes to score Jared Dalton, who picked up the flight of that ball well from second base, and he was motoring around third. And then Beckett York's throw down to second base, trying to get Oakes, ended up in center field. So 2 Lebanon errors in this inning. Runner at third with 2 out for the Tigers, and the center fielder Anthony Cordell is up. From the belt, here's the pitch. And a high strike, 0-1. So, Ozark's Luke Bear presented with a 5-run lead. Already with a man at third and 2 out. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. So a big top half of the first inning for the Tigers. On the stretch, here's Gilby's next, and it's outside and low. One, two, the count on Cordell. Riley Gilby offers it up, and it's blocked at home plate by York, 2-2. So the Jackets down to 5 spot here in the first inning. 2-2 the count, and the next is a high fly ball out into left field. Headley stands beneath it and makes the catch to retire the side. But the Tigers go deep 3 times in the first inning and score 5. 2 Lebanon errors with a man left on third. And we'll go to the last of the first inning. It's Ozark 5 and the Jackets coming up on Jacket Nation Sports.
This one's for the landscaping pros. If landscaping is your business, you know the right equipment matters. Gravely is built for long days, clean stripes, and professional results that keep clients coming back. And right now, during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, you can get up to 20% off Gravely commercial mowers. It's the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, April 9th through the 19th. Visit Fohn's Outdoor Power in Lebanon today.
Whenever I was here, this was all metal fence. The heart of LHS was family.
The best tradition that I can think of with marching band was the marching competitions.
Oh yeah, I remember these green shirts. I was most involved with FFA. I also played basketball.
I did unbelievably win an award for a poem I wrote.
I'm Ryan Southard.
I'm Amber Foote.
I'm Kayla Burns.
I'm Kim Light. I'm the CEO of Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, and I am proud to be a Yellow Jacket neighbor.
Defense for Ozark in this ball game: Trey Burton in left, Anthony Cordell in center, Rylan Sutton in right, Caden O'Donnell at third, Brody Julian the shortstop, Logan Kirkland at second, and Stanley Bryce at first. Behind the plate, Jeremiah Oakes, and doing the pitching today for Ozark is Luke Baer. It's in the Jackets' busy schedule. 2 games on Saturday at West Plains against Dexter and the Zizzers. Then Lebanon back-to-back COC road games Monday and Tuesday at Republic, then Nixa. Rollow's here next Wednesday. And then Lebanon goes to Waynesville on Thursday. And then to Seneca next Friday. 8 games in 9 days for LHS. This is game number 20 of 2026. Beckett York leads it off for Lebanon. Junior catcher, left-hand hitter, and he swings and skies a pop-up out into short left field. It'll carry into medium left, and the ball is secured by Trey Burton. 1 pitch and 1 out. York started the afternoon hitting at .500. That'll bring up Kyson Gress, the right fielder. .225 on the season with no homers and 8 RBIs. Pitch a ball, and it's 1-0. Grass back in that number 2 slot in the batting order. Harrison Kramer in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch, and Baer throws a fastball by him swinging. It's 1-1. Here's the next. Fastball with good velocity in there for a strike. Well, today, so far anyway, the sun has not been an issue behind the cloud cover. Next pitch, off speed and low, 2-2. But the Ozark Tigers playing long ball in the early stages. Here's the next. And Gress in on the hands, nubs it back toward the mound. Underhand toss to first by Baer for the second out. Baer able to work that pitch inside on Kyson Gress and get a weak comebacker. So 2 away for Harrison Kramer. No homers, 16 batted in for the LHS senior third baseman. Here's the pitch from Baer, and a bouncing ball into the hole at shortstop. Flagged down by Brody Julian, but his throw is not going to be there, and Kramer legs it out. So an infield hit for Harrison, and that'll get Cole Milliken to the plate. He homered day before yesterday in the win over Central, his first of the year. Two out, a runner at first. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Outside and low, ball 1. Yellow Jackets trail 5-0 last half of the first. Here's the pitch. And that swung on and hit straight away into deep center field by Milliken, and that is going to fly all the way to the Scott Field insignia at the 375 sign. Harrison Kramer is on his horse and coming in to score on a double by Milliken, and it's 5-1. So Cole Milliken able to square one up and drive it about 375 feet away from home plate. That's his 11th RBI. And it's 5-1 Ozark. That'll bring up Braden Christian, the DH. Braden with no homers, 7 batted in. Senior right-hand hitter, and he swings and pulls it into the hole at shortstop. Backhanded by Julian, and a long throw is accurately tossed in time for the out to retire the side. Jackets get a run on 2 hits. They leave one. As we go to the top of the second inning, It's Ozark 5 and Lebanon 1 here on a Thursday afternoon from Jacket Nation Sports.
All right, Jacket fans, huddle up. When you need vehicle parts, think local, but act global. Premier Auto Rebuilders and Truck Salvage in Phillipsburg has over 50 acres and 3,000 vehicles on site and a nationwide parts network at the ready. They'll hunt what you need so you get back in the game. Premier Auto, Jacket Nation proud. Attention fans, Falcon Floor Covering is in the game. Locally owned and trusted, delivering hardwood, carpet, tile, and vinyl that's built to perform. Expert installation, hometown service, Falcon Floor Covering. The right look at the right price. Farron Adamson CPA proudly supports Jacket Nation and Yellowjacket Sports. Visit us year-round at 1518 West Elm in Lebanon for tax prep, payroll, CPA services, and new business support. Open Monday through Friday and accepting new clients daily. Go Yellowjackets. Keep your home comfortable with Quality Heating and Air in Lebanon. Our experienced team provides top-notch HVAC services from routine maintenance to emergency repairs. We use only the best parts and equipment, ensuring your comfort all year round. Serving both residential and commercial clients, your satisfaction is our guarantee. Call 417-532-6239 or visit qualityheatnow.com. Quality Heating and Air, where comfort meets quality.
Will he need his own savings, or can we add to what we already have?
Have I saved enough for a down payment? Or do I need to wait?
Wait a second, Mom. Look, I'm doing pretty well money-wise. Isn't it time that you let me take care of you?
Life is unpredictable, but you don't have to face your questions alone. For 160 years, we've been helping people find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted.
Huck Headley takes over on the mound for Lebanon as Owen Jones will go to left field. We go to the top half of the second inning. Ozarks hit 9 to the plate in the first, hit 3 home runs and scored 5. And they lead LHS by a 4 count at 5-1. Brody Julian will lead it off. Headley, the right-hander from the stretch. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. So 26 pitches thrown by Lebanon starter Riley Gilby. Here's the pitch, and that bends in there for a call strike. Five to 1 Tigers. Here's the pitch, and it missed up and in for a ball, 2-1. Now the pitch on the way from Headley, and that's fisted foul. Headley ready for the 2-2, and it's on the way to Julian, and above the belt and high. 3-2 the count on Julian. Where's number 4? Here's the pitch on the payoff, and that's lined into right field. Julian 2 for 2 today, as he went to the opposite field for a single. And the leadoff man is on for Ozark for a second straight inning. Now Rylan Sutton, he bombed one out here to left his first time. Julian at first, being held by Malachi. Here's the pitch from Headley. And there's a long one into left field, belted by Sutton, and that one is going to disappear.
Sutton, a round tripper with a man on for the second time in the ball game, and it's 7-1 Tigers. So the Ole Miss commit doing damage today here at Oley Scott Field. Now the pitcher Luke Bear is up. He homered his first time. That is 4 taters today for the Tigers. Luke Bear is at the plate, throws right, bats right, and the pitch is high, 1-0. Five in the first, 2 here in the second for Ozark. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Headley back with another, and that bounces in for a ball, 2-1. From the stretch, Headley. Nobody out the pitch, and that's a breaker outside, 3-1. Jackets down by 6, still early. Here's the pitch, and it's foul back by Bear. NFL draft tonight in Pittsburgh. Raiders will select number 1 tonight. Here's the pitch on 3-2, and he struck him out on a high hard one. So Headley, via the strikeout, gets the first out of inning number 2. And that'll bring up Stanley Bryce. He homered his first time up. Ozark by 6. It's 7-1 here in the top half of the second. 1 out, nobody on. Bryce takes a sinker low, 1-0. Here's the next, and that one is up and in for a ball, 2-0. Ozark bringing the offense to town today. Here's the next from Headley. And a strike on the inside corner makes it 2-1. From the stretch, the right-hander. The pause and now the pitch. And that hit him off the bat, a foul ball, and it's 2-2. Bryce ducked down and the ball got a portion of the bat and rolled away. Shoemaker deep out in left center for the Yellowjackets. Likewise, Jones backed up in left. 2-2 the count to Stanley Bryce. And another pitch is outside for ball 3. Three and 2 the count as Headley comes set of the belt and works it home. And that swung on and popped foul. Malachi Simmons in foul territory will surround it and put a glove on it for the second out. Malachi kind of took a circular route to that ball, but once he honed in on it, it was a routine play. And 2 out. It brings up Jared Dalton, the DH. He singled and scored his first time up. Two out, nobody on, and the pitch from Headley.
Clips the corner on the inside for a strike call. Here's the next. And a wide strike makes it 0-2. Jared Dalton, a right-hand hitter. Headley working with good pace. Induces a ground ball to Milliken at short. Near the bag at second. He unloads to first for the out. So after the hit by Julian and the homer by Sutton, 3 straight out record by Huck Headley. We will go to the last half of the second inning. Ozark in front of Lebanon today at Oley Scott by a score of 7-1 on Jacket Nation.
Express Auto Glass, family owned and operated for 27 years. Serving Lebanon and the surrounding areas, we come to you with fast, reliable service. Trust Express Auto Glass. Call today at 417-531-5454.
At Big Whiskey's, we toast to these big wins and these big wins. With something for everyone, everybody is a big deal at Big Whiskey's.
From the streets you drive every day to the places where our community gathers, Willard Asphalt has been paving the way in Lebanon for years. As a third-generation family business, we're proud to call this community home and to put our name on every project we do. No job is too large or too small. From major roadways to your own driveway, each one gets the same attention to detail. For quality you can see from the sky and feel under your tires, trust Willard Asphalt. Driven by community and built for generations. Call 417-532-7107 for your free estimate at Willard Asphalt.
Huck Hadley, Malachi Simmons, Brody Shoemaker, the scheduled hitters for Lebanon here in the second inning. Hadley with no home runs and 1 batted in on the campaign. Back to the mound, Luke Bear. He threw 10 pitches in the first, 7 were strikes. Gave up an RBI double to Cole Milliken. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Very shallow and right is Ryland Sutton. Here's the pitch. Off the glove of the catcher, Jeremiah Oakes for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes the count on Huck Headley. Here's the pitch. And there's a swing, an opposite field fly ball. Sutton toward the line. Backtracks and makes the catch. 1 out. Now Malachi will come up, batting .383, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and that swung on and smashed to second base, but right into the glove of Logan Kirkland. So Malachi hit that one on the button, but he's retired. So 2 up and 2 down, and the batter Brody Shoemaker. The sidestep and the pitch from Bear, and a swing and a foul back. Brody hitting .188, no homers, 11 RBIs. Here's the next, and that's a breaking ball high. Ozark 5 in the first, 2 in the second. Jackets got a run in their half of the first. Next pitch is low. And the count 2-1 on the Jacket center fielder. Bear working quickly. He deals a low strike, and it evens at 2-2. Now time call by Brody as he steps out.
Now the next on the way from the right-hander, and that swung on and popped foul. Riley Gilby in the on-deck circle. Here's a breaking ball over the corner for strike three call. So Bear records his first strikeout, retires the Yellow Jackets in order, 1-2-3. And we will head for the top of the third here on a Thursday afternoon. COC baseball with Ozark in front at Lebanon by a score of 7-1. Are you stuck on the road? C&S Towing has your back 24/7. Lebanon's trusted family-owned towing and recovery pros celebrating 25 years in service. Phone 417-532-3871. C&S Towing. Fast, local, and dependable. Tight spot? No problem. Lebanon Dumpster Solutions drops dumpsters where others can't. Fast, clean, and driveway safe. From neighborhoods to job sites, they get it there. Lebanon Dumpster Solutions, cleanup made easy anywhere. Level up your fandom at Massey's Comics. From comics and graphic novels to action figures, games, and collectibles, we've got the gear every hero needs. Celebrating 7 years of bringing joy to our community, and now located in the heart of downtown Lebanon. Massey's Comics, where every visit is a thrilling adventure. Huck Headley will embark on his second inning of relief. Riley Gilby started for Lebanon through an inning. COC baseball today, Webb City at Carthage, Central hosting Glendale, Willard is at Parkview. Joplin has a non-league game hosting Springfield Catholic. Nixa at Kickapoo today, Waynesville at Rolla, and Neosho at Republic. Rolla's here next Wednesday for a Yellow Jacket home game here at Oley Scout at 4:30. And the next Jacket home game will be May 7th against Carthage. Class 5 District 5 this season being hosted by Capital City. For Ozark, Caden O'Donnell will lead off to begin the third. He's 0 for 1, popped out to short in the first inning. Ozark 7, Yellow Jackets 1. Here's the pitch from Headley. Down and in, ball 1. Headley threw 23 pitches in the second. 14 were in the strike zone. Here's the next on the way to the left-hand hitter, and he golfs it into right field. Grass on the move will run it down for the out. So 4 in a row retired by Headley. And that'll bring up Trey Burton, the left fielder for Ozark. Burton 0 for 1 in the ball game. Number 7 hitter in the batting order. And the first pitch is a high chopper to third. Kramer has it, and he will straighten up and get it across the diamond in time for the second out. Replays brought to you as always today by Mid-Missouri Bank. 2 out in the inning for the catcher Jeremiah Oakes. He doubled in a run his first time. Here's the pitch. And it veers across the corner on the outside for a strike call. Here's the next on the way. Inside corner, strike 2. Now from the stretch, here's the next. Tempted in one off the plate, but it's a ball, and it's 1-2. Headley looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He offers it up,
And there's a swing and a ball hit into center field. Brody Shoemaker going back, and it's going to, off his glove. He had it, then it glanced out of there, and it's going to be a double for Jeremiah Oakes. Almost a tremendous over-the-shoulder catch by Brody, but the ball came out at the last moment, and Oakes reaches second. That'll bring up Anthony Cordell, the center fielder. Now Headley steps off. Runner at second base is Colton Mitchell for Ozark as Beckett York goes out to visit with his pitcher. Bring Kyson Gress to the plate. He hit back to the pitcher in the opening inning. Here's the pitch, and that's line foul down the right side. Brody Shoemaker limbering up in the Lebanon bullpen. Here's the pitch from Kirkland, and a chase, a swing and a miss by Gress. He's down to the count 0-2. Kirkland working quickly, wastes that one low and outside, 1-2. Gress coming into the ball game today, a .225 hitter. Here's the next, and that bounces in 2-2. Ozark coming off a 3-1 win the other day against Kickapoo. Strike three with a breaking ball on the inner half. And Grass gets rung up. Kirkland sets the Jackets down in order 1-2-3 and sends us on to the top of the fourth at Oley Scott here on a Thursday. It's the Tigers 7, Jackets 1 on Jacket Nation Sports.
Since 1912, we've been more than a name on a policy. We're Laclede Mutual Insurance Company, the oldest business in Laclede County, making every decision right here in Lebanon, not in some big city boardroom. Local people, local decisions, over 110 years strong. Laclede Mutual Insurance Company.
Welcome to Route 66 Sales and Rentals, formerly Sing Rental, Lebanon's trusted name in equipment rentals, lawn equipment sales, and small engine repair for over a decade. Still locally owned and operated in the same great service, just a new name to honor our location on historic Route 66. Looking for a new mower, chainsaw, or trimmer? We're your local dealer for Bad Boy, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Plus, our small engine shop will keep your equipment running like new. Come see us at 471 East Elm Street, Route 66 Sales and Rentals, where your next project starts.
You're just tuning in as we have gone into the 5 o'clock hour. Ozark Tigers playing long ball early in this contest. 3 consecutive home runs in the first inning by Ryland Sutton, Luke Bear, and Stanley Bryce. And then Sutton hit his second bomb with a man on in the second. So a power display on a warm, windy afternoon here at Oley Scott Field. Top of the order again, Brody Julian batting for the third time in the ballgame. He has singled twice and scored 2 runs. Both on the home runs by Sutton. Huck Headley for his third inning out of the bullpen for Lebanon, and the pitch is down low. Hits favor the Tigers, 9-2. Jackets have committed a pair of errors. Now the pitch, Julian takes it outside. 40 pitches for Headley so far, 24 strikes. He comes set at the belt and delivers. And that is on the outer half for a strike call. That Wind has been blowing right to left all afternoon. Here's the next. Strike on the corner, 2-2. Brody Julian wears number 4. Holds that yellow bat high, and he swings and strokes it out into deep center field, and that's going to sail over the head of Brody Shoemaker, just out of his reach and off the fence. And Julian with wheels, he's around second, and he'll make it to third with a leadoff triple. So Brody Julian showing some extra base pop as he triples into straightaway center. Now here's the dangerous Ryland Sutton. 2 two-run homers to left center field in the ball game for the Ozark right fielder. Headley from the stretch with the pitch and took a little off and got it in there. No balls and a strike to count on Ryland Sutton. Here's the pitch. Swings and pulls it foul wide of first. No balls and 2 strikes. Julian at third, no one out for Ozark. Sutton stands patiently in the box and waits, and he takes a pitch high. Throw down to third by York is snagged out of the dirt that time by Kramer. One ball and 2 strikes. Tigers lead 7-1. Headley trying to deal carefully with Ryland Sutton. Here's the next, and he pulls it to Malachi at first, knocks it down, gets it, runs to the bag at first, and gets the out with good hustle just in front of Ryland Sutton, who was hustling. It'll be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Sutton, so he has 5 ribbies on the ball game, and Ozark now leads by a score of 8-1. The Tigers have scored runs in every inning with the exception of the third. Luke Bear is up. He's homered, and he struck out. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as Headley got it by him for strike 1. Luke Bear holds it high from the right side, and he swings and chops it foul, 0-2. Lebanon will have Kramer, then Milliken and Christian in the last half of this 4th inning. Shoemaker deep out in left center field for Lebanon. Here's the pitch, and that swung on and hit out into left field, and coming on is Jones, but the ball drops in front of him. He had to play deep, and Luke Bear drops a parachute out into left field for a 1-out single. Now Stanley Bryce with a solo homer. He's also fouled out. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing and a bouncing ball to third. Kramer will come in on the grass and throw a 1-hop strike to first, but not in time. That'll be an infield hit for Bryce and put 2 on with 1 out for Ozark. And the batter is Jared Dalton, the DH. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, has a stolen base in the ballgame. Julian got this started with a leadoff triple, scored on the ground ball by Sutton. Then Bear and Bryce with singles. Now the pitch. And it's high for ball one to Jared Dalton. Ozark a 7-run lead here in the fourth, 8-1. Runners lead. Here's the pitch. And there's a long one into left field. Goodbye. 3-run blast by Jared Dalton as he tees off. And the lead for Ozark goes to 10 at 11-1. Five homers today by Ozark. That'll bring up Caden O'Donnell. O'Donnell 0 for 2 with a pop out and a line out to right. So the Tigers throw another crooked number up on the board with 4. Stretched in the pitch by Headley. Sinks it in there for a strike call. Eleven to 1 Tigers. Jumped out with 5 in the first. Here's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Caden O'Donnell. Nobody on, 1 out in the pitch. Down and in, and a good stop by York. Left-hand hitter Caden O'Donnell. Here's the next. And he swings and rifles it foul past first. So a big day on offense for the Tigers out of Christian County. Stretching the pitch by Headley, and that swung on and hit to second base. Nice backhand stop by Gilby, and he throws for the out, 2 gone. That one was laced by O'Donnell, but he's retired 4-3. And that'll bring up Trey Burton, the left fielder. Hitless in 2 plate appearances. Top of the order has been damage producing for Ozark today. Burton takes outside and low. Sun pops through the cloud cover. And the wind continues to blow as the pitch is a breaker swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Gilby gave up 5, 6 runs allowed by Headley as a ground ball goes through the left side and into the outfield for a single off the bat of Trey Burton. In and out of the reach of Kramer. And that'll bring up Jeremiah Oakes. Oakes has doubled twice. His first inning, 2-bagger, drove home a run. 1 on, 2 out for the Tigers. And a check on first, no throw by Headley. Lebanon outfield playing straight away. Jeremiah Oakes takes inside, 1-0. And Ozark back to work tomorrow at home against Springdale Harbor. Here's the next. And a strike is called, 1-1. if Mother Nature allows. One ball, one strike. Here's the next from Headley, and it's low. Two on the count. One on with two out. And the pitch. Knocked down by York, but scampering to second base is Trey Burton. So wild pitch makes the count 3-1. Cordell in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch, and that bounces in for ball four. So that is the first walk allowed today by Lebanon pitching. Anthony Cordell will stand in. He is flied out and been called out on strikes, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the pitch from Headley, and that hit him in the elbow. That'll
fast internet, fast service, Ozark Fiber. Being a Yellow Jacket, it isn't just about Friday nights under the lights. It's the early mornings, the hard work, the pride we carry in our town.
Hard! That's where it's at.
It's the friendships, the memories, and the lessons that last a lifetime.
To also make sure you know that you're extremely important.
Once you wear the black and gold, it's with you forever. Always proud, always strong, always a Yellow Jacket.
Jackets come up here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Need to get busy with the bats. Harrison Kramer will lead it off. He got an infield hit his first time and scored the Jackets' only run on a double by Cole Milliken. Kirkland back to work, and the pitch is lofted foul for strike one. Luke Baer started and went 2 for Ozark. Kirkland pitched the third. Kramer's retired on a foul ball, and there's one away. Cole Milliken is up. Drove in his 11th run of the season with that first inning double. Kirkland delivers outside and low, ball one. Now to the motion, the pitch. And that one cuts across the plate for a strike call. First base umpire David Griffin with a conversation with Lebanon coach Alex Wheeler. This Ozark Ball Club started the season at 5-0. 3 of those wins against teams out of the CMAC, Elias, Hickman, and Jefferson City. They went 1-3 in the Rogers, Arkansas Spring Break Invitational. And then lost their first 2 COC ball games to Republican Willard. Went 1-1 in the Red and Blue Classic. And since then, Ozark has been playing good ball. They have won 8 out of 9 coming into the ball game today. Their only loss back on the 14th. To Joplin. Milliken skies one into the air behind first base, and Sutton comes in and squeezes it for out number 2. So Justin Sunley's ball club playing well right now. Of course, great tradition here in the new millennium for Ozark. State championship in 2004 and 08 under the Hall of Famer Mike Essick. There's a swing and a miss by Braden Christian for strike one. Two out, bases empty, and the next. Swung on and chopped foul. Ozark still with COC games coming up against Glendale and Central, Webb City and Nixa, and also against Waynesville. Here's strike 3 called, and Braden Christian is out. And Kirkland continues to impress in relief for Ozark. 6 up, 6 down for the right-hander. Sends us on to the 5th inning as Ozark continues to lead in Lebanon 11-1 on Jacket Nation Sports.
In Lebanon, front porches still matter, neighbors still know your name, and faith, family, and freedom never go out of style. In 2026, as America turns 250, the City of Lebanon invites you to celebrate all year long, starting right here in the hometown we're proud to call ours. Stay tuned, there's more to come. Step inside a better way to live. Midmo Home Center in Richland offers high-quality manufactured homes with top-tier finishes and smart layouts. Stop by Utica Drive or call 573-232-7050. Midmo Home Center, built for the way you live.
Losing a loved one is painful, but at Shadle's Colonial Chapel, we make the hard times a little easier to bear. With affordable funeral and cremation services, we offer 2 spacious chapels, a full-service banquet area for families to gather, plus the latest technology for honoring your loved one. Our website has everything you need, from pre-arrangements to flowers, even a place to reminisce. Let us help you remember your loved one. Shadle's Colonial Funeral Chapel, the area's most often selected funeral service.
Dad needed me. I had to take care of him. He didn't have anybody else. Then came Phoenix Home Care, Private Duty Care. I can serve my lifelong hero again with joy. I can be his daughter. Phoenix Private Duty Care is the way. Just love.
I choose Phoenix.
Lebanon runs 14 hits, no errors for Ozark. A run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Lebanon. Through the first 4 innings, Ryland Sutton will lead it off for the Tigers here in the top half of the 5th inning. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs for the left-hand slugger for the Tigers. Sutton, then Bear and Bryce in this inning for Ozark. Back to work is Harrison Kramer for Lebanon. And he brings it in and bounces it into the dirt, ball 1. Now the next on the way to Sutton. Below the knees, 2-0. Yellowjackets won the freshman game from Ozark earlier this week. There's ball 3 high, and it's 3-0. Final score in one of the 2 games, Jackets won 2-0 and dropped the second game 2-0. There's a curve in there for a strike. And it's 3-1. Lebanon freshman 5-6 on the season. Jacket JV at 2-5. Here's a swing and a liner to Malachi at first. A blue darter off the bat of Ryland Sutton right into the glove of the Yellow Jacket first baseman. So Simmons has retired Sutton twice. One on a ground ball, and that one BB to first base. One out for Luke Bear. A homer, a strikeout, and a single, 2 runs scored. And the pitch, ball 1. Now the next, and that swung on and whistled into left field in front of Jones for a base hit. Solid single off the bat of Luke Bear. Now the Ozark second baseman. That'll bring Stanley Bryce to the plate. Bryce has homered and singled. He has a couple of runs scored. Tigers have pounded 5 out of the park today. Jackets look for a double play on a ground ball. Harrison Kramer, the set and the pitch, and he buries it into the mid for a strike call. (11-1) Tigers. From the the belt, the pause, and the pitch. And that's in the dirt and skips past Beckett York. And down to second base goes Luke Bear. One ball and one strike. The only inning the Tigers have been held off the board is the third. Here's one across the plate on the inner half for strike two. Jared Dalton waiting to hit next. One on with a one out for Ozark. And the pitch from Kramer, just outside and low. Count at 3-1. Here's the next, high and in. And it may have clipped the bat. So the count is 2-2. Luke Bear, the runner at second. Stanley Bryce waiting for one to drive. As Harrison Kramer looks back at second and brings it plateward. And that's in the dirt for a ball. And it goes full to 3-2. Ozark got the jump today with 5 in the first inning. 3 straight home runs. Payoff pitch is inside, and it hit him. Ball 4. So Bryce hit by a pitch. So 2 on for Jared Dalton, who is 1 for 3 with a home run. He went deep with 2 on in the last inning for Ozark. Tigers 11 runs on 15 hits so far. Runners at first and second. And Dalton with a chopper to the left side. Headley will reel it in, look at second, then throw to first, safe. Thought about going to Gilby at second base, thought otherwise, and then by the time that occurred, his throw to first was late in the attempt to get Dalton. So Ozark loads him up for Caden O'Donnell. O'Donnell is 0 for 3. Kramer with a runner at third, working from the windup, and the pitch is cut on a miss for strike 1. Top of the 5th, here's the next, and a swing and a miss. Oh, 2 the count on Caden O'Donnell. Here's a sidestep and the pitch on the way from Kramer, and that gets away from York. He thought he caught it, but he didn't. It's rolling away toward the warning track as a run scores. Bear checks in. Other runners move to third and second. 12-1 Tigers. One ball, 2 strikes the count on Caden O'Donnell. And the pitch on the way from Kramer. Strike 3 called to the knees. So Harrison with his second strikeout. And the Tigers will go to the bench. Cooper Wood will stand in and bat for Ozark. And he goes after the first one and chops it foul. Trey Burton was 1 for 3. Two on, two out, a run home for the Tigers. They lead 12-1. Here's the next on the way from Kramer. And that's across the plate for a strike, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Long look in for the sign by the right-hander. York sets the glove on the outer half, and the pitch is into the glove but outside. Jackets in the bottom half will have Headley, then Simmons and Shoemaker as the scheduled hitters. Now into the motion, the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Wood goes down swinging. A run for the Tigers. They leave 2 on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Jackets trail Ozark 12-1 on Jacket Nation Sports.
Hit the road with confidence. Dawson's Hot Wheels in Lebanon is your family-owned go-to for wheels, tires, suspension installs, alignments, oil changes, and general auto repair, and even fleet maintenance. Visit them at 1060 Springfield Road or call 417-991-2636. Dawson's Hot Wheels, an authorized Toyo dealer. Just minutes from Lebanon, over 200 acres of riverfront camping, cabins, and float trips on the Niangua. Canoes, kayaks, tubes, family fun starts here. Book now at riverfrontcampcanoe.com. Your river escape is closer than you think. When time matters, eyes in the sky make the difference. 417 Drones helps recover livestock, pets, and wildlife, and handles crop checks, roof inspections, solar scans, and more. Fast, accurate, and trusted 417 Drones. Search smarter.
S&H started at the kitchen table in 1969 by my dad and my uncle. From that, S&H was born, and the family farm was our testing grounds. S&H is special because our employees do what our customers do. We treat our customers like we want to be treated. We treat them like family. S&H is a community for the community. We're S&H Farm Supply, and we're here for what you need.
Well, Logan Kirkland on the mound to try to wrap it up for Ozark. He arrived on the scene in the 3rd and has thrown very well. He has retired the Jackets in order in the 3rd and the 4th. 2 strikeouts. He's thrown just 20 pitches. Huck Headley leads it off for LHS in the pitch. He's got that 3/4 arm motion, and he slings it in there for a strike call. That one is low and outside, 1-1. Headley is 0 for 1 today. He's flied out to right. Five in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th for Ozark. Here's a pop-up off the bat of Headley. And the catch is made by Oakes. Nice play up the first base line and foul ground. One out for Malachi, who lined out to second his only plate appearance thus far in the ballgame. Jackets have been out hit 16-2, outscored 12-1. And there's a strike at the knees from Kirkland. Here's the next on the way. Malachi takes a low delivery, 1-1. Lebanon committed a pair of errors early in the ball game. One ball, one strike. Malachi started the day hitting .383, and he goes oppo with a pop foul down the right side and out of play.
Again, back here next Wednesday for the Yellowjackets and Rolla. One and two the count on Malachi Simmons. Here's the pitch from Kirkland, way outside of the backstop. About an hour and a half ball game to this point. Here's the next, way outside for a ball, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Kirkland, and Malachi bangs it to third, past the third baseman, Caden O'Donnell, and into left field. So a single for Simmons. He's at first with one out. And Brody Shoemaker will stand in. He was called out in the second inning. First hit off of Logan Kirkland. He sets and pitches. Strike called right in there. (12-1) Tigers. Here's the next. And that is low and blocked at home plate by Oaks. One ball and one strike. Here's the next from Kirkland. And that's low, 2-1. Brody looking for his first home run this season. Moved to first. Malachi is back. From the high set, the pitch. Right in there for a strike. It's even at 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. Here's the next. And low, blocked by Oaks, but it rolls away, and Malachi will go to second. So an RBI opportunity for Brody Shoemaker with a man at second and one out. Kirkland up on the rubber, working from the first base side as he peers in for the side. Stretch in the pitch. Outside, ball 4. And that'll get Riley Gilby another plate appearance. He is 0 for 1, grounding out to shortstop. Two on, one out for the Yellowjackets. They haven't scored since the opening inning. Gilby with 2 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch from Kirkland, and he needles the outside corner, strike 1. Simmons and Shoemaker on the base paths for Lebanon. Here's the next, and that sinks low, 1-1. From the stretch, a look at second. And the pitch on the way to Gilby. Ground ball, Julian at shortstop. Has it deflect off his mid and into the outfield. Malachi comes in to score, and Shoemaker hustles to third. And it's 12-2. Well, Malachi Simmons departing from second base. He kind of blocked the view of Julian as that ball went past him for an error. So it's 12-2. Runners at first and third for Lebanon, and here's Beckett York. He is flied to left and grounded out to first. Stretch in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 12-2 Ozark, bottom half of the fifth inning. Here's the pitch on the way from Kirkland. And just a little bit inside. 2-0 the count on Beckett. Base runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. And that swung on and socked foul into left field. Two one the count on the Yellow Jacket catcher. Here's the delivery, and it's way outside. Kyson Gress waiting to hit next. Kirkland from the set position delivers, and that swung on and hit toward the gap in left center field, and that's going to go to the fence. Back at York rings the register with a double. Gilby will be held at third, and it's 12-3. The Jackets have cut it to 9 with a pair here in the fifth inning. And the batter now is Kyson Gress. Gress is 0 for 2. Lights have been flicked on here at Oley Scott. The Jackets prolong the ball game here in the fifth inning, and they look to add to the total. Here's the pitch on the way from Kirkland, and that swung on and fouled off. One out single by Malachi Simmons started this. Time called by Gress as he will back out. Game started at 80 degrees, down to 78 now here at Oley. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Gilby at third, York the runner at second. Here's the pitch on the way from Kirkland, and that's lined up the middle for a base hit. Gress delivers. As Gilby comes in to score, throw cut off behind the mound. Beckett York stops at third on an RBI hit. Number 9 on the RBI count this season for Kyson Gress. Justin Sundley comes out of the dugout. And the Tigers may go to the relief corps. Kirkland and Bear the starter, Kirkland the reliever. Really good for the first 4 for Ozark. But the Jackets have come alive here with 3 in the fifth. Conversation continues on the mound. They will leave Kirkland on the bump. And he will pitch now to Harrison Kramer. Harrison, an infield hit and a run scored, and he's also popped out. Runners at the corners, 1 down, 3 runs in for the Jackets. They trail by 8, and now time called. Here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 1.
Here's the next from Kirkland. Chopper to the left side. Julian backhands and flips to second for the force out. On to first. Got him, double play. Tigers turn the 6-4-3 on a slick play at shortstop by Brody Julian. Jackets keep the game going, though, with 3, and we'll head for the 6th inning. It's 12-4 Ozark. Back in a moment on Jacket Nation.
Right here in Lebanon, S&S Recycling pays cash for metal and runs a full you-pull-it salvage yard. Bring your scrap or pull your own parts. 2 ways to save. 1 local yard. S&S Recycling and You-Pull-It Auto Parts. Lebanon's one-stop scrap shop. Discover family-style camping along the Niagara River at Hidden Valley Outfitters, just outside Lebanon. Choose from RV sites with full hookups or classic tent camping. Float trips, gem mining, playgrounds, fishing and trails, and even a chapel for special moments. Everything you need right here in the Ozarks. Book your stay today at hvoutfitters.com. Hidden Valley Outfitters. Camp, float, and reconnect.
Harrison Kramer will occupy the mound once again for Lebanon in relief. 8-9-1 for the Ozark Tigers. Here in the 6th inning of a 12-4 game. Jeremiah Oakes will lead it off for the Tigers, and Anthony Cordell and Brody Julian. Oakes has 2 doubles and a walk today. Driven in a run. Here's the pitch from Harrison Kramer, and that is swung on and shot past short up the middle and a base hit in the center. So Oakes 3 for 3 in the ball game. And the batter now is Cordell as they will run at first base with Mitchell coming on for the catcher Oakes. Anthony Cordell hit by a pitch his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Throw to first and the runner back safely. Now the pitch on the way. Showed bunt but missed, strike 1. Gilby started for the Yellowjackets, won an inning, and then Headley. Harrison Kramer on in the 5th. Here's the next on the way. The bunt into the mitt for a strike, 0-2. Cordell waits from the right side. Here's the stretch of the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Down he goes. For Harrison Kramer, that is his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Brody Julian will hit for the 5th time in the ball game. Kramer did strike him out in the 4th. Here's the pitch, off speed and outside and high. Julian otherwise a pair of singles and a triple and 3 runs scored. Sutton in the on-deck circle. 12-4 Tigers. Another move to first and the runner back safely. Julian waits, runner going, and the pitch is a strike, and York with a strong throw to second base, but safe. The Tigers activate the running game here in the sixth to put a runner in scoring position. Julian on 1-1. Swings and fouls it away. One ball and two strikes the count on the Tigers shortstop. Here's the next from Harrison, and it gets away from York and goes to the screen. So the count to Brody Julian is 2-2. Looking for the sign by the big right-hander. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Jackets will bring the infield in. The pitch to Julian is low for ball 3. Pitch count for Kramer at 34. Three balls and 2 strikes the count. Here's another Brody Julian. And he swings and misses, strike 3. So Kramer has gotten him on 2 occasions. Jackets will retreat to normal defensive positioning and watch Ryland Sutton come to the plate. A pair of 2-run homers in the first and second for Sutton, and he drove in a run with a ground ball. And he lined out his last time up. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 1. Ozark up by 8 here in the 6th. Here's the next. Down and in for a ball, 1-1. Tigers now with 17 hits in the contest. Here's the next from Harrison Kramer, and with good movement at the tail end, he gets it across for a strike. One and 2 the count, 2 out with a runner at third for Ozark. The sidestep and the pitch. The ball in too tight. Two balls and 2 strikes. York goes through the sign, sets the target. And here's another pitch. Sutton is called out on a low strike 3. So no runs, a hit, and 1 left for the Tigers. 5.5 in the books here at Oley Scott. Ozark in front 12-4 on Jacket Nation Sports.
Need it for the office? Page Office Supply has it. From over 30,000 supplies to keep your team running, plus break room essentials, janitorial products, and free local delivery, we've got you covered. Located in downtown Lebanon, Pages carries top brands of furniture with free design, service, and installation. And when it comes to copiers and printers, we're your authorized Sharp and Lexmark dealer for sales, service, and supplies. Shop online at pageofficesupply.com. Check us out on Facebook or call 417-532-4012. Page Office Supply, where customer service makes the difference. Forming Land. McBride Land Solutions delivers expert landscaping, gravel work, land clearing, drainage, trenching, even habitat services. Fully licensed and insured and ready to roll across Lebanon area properties. Call Matt at 417-664-5719. McBride Land Solutions, land perfected.
Logan Kirkland goes back out for the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Ozark Tiger right-hander. He has thrown 46 pitches so far in the ball game. Jackets were ineffective against him on offense until the last half of the 5th inning, when they pushed across 3. Couple of hits in the inning. And Cole Milliken will lead it off for LHS. Cole with an RBI double, and he's also flied out. Future Missouri State Bear in the box. As the pitch on the way from Kirkland is swung on and popped foul. Now the pitch on the way. Reaches out and pops it up. Backing into the outfield is Julian, and that ball is going to land in the triangle for a single. The wind pushed it away from the Ozark shortstop and in front of the left fielder, Burton. So Milliken is aboard. Now Braden Christian will stand in, looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch on the way from Kirkland. Foul back for strike 1. So good relief work by Lebanon's Harrison Kramer. Came on in the 4th. He's given up a run on 3 hits with 6 strikeouts. Milliken a short lead. The pitch is outside of Braden for a ball, 1-1. From the stretch, the pitch. And that's down low, 2-1. Tigers has some warm-up action in the bullpen. Now the pitch. And Braden pops it up left side. Foul territory. And caught by the third baseman, O'Donnell. So 1 on with 1 out. Colton Mitchell is warming up for the Tigers. Huck Headley, the batter for the Yellowjackets. He is flied out and fouled out. 1 on with 1 out. Last half of the 6th inning in the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. Going over is Sutton, and he'll make the catch on the move for the 2nd out. Sutton has good all-around tools. We've seen his power today, and he can also go get the ball in the outfield. Two out for Malachi. He got the Jacket 3-run inning started in the 5th with a hit. Here's the delivery. Swung on and a bouncer to third. O'Donnell has it. Gets his feet set and unleashes a throw to first in time for the out to retire the side. So no runs, a hit, and 1 left for Lebanon. We'll go to the 7th inning at Oley, Scott, as Ozark continues to lead this one 12-4 on Jacket Nation Sports.
Results Advertising, we provide promotional products and apparel for your companies, schools, special events, and even our online fundraising stores. Show your jacket pride by outfitting your employees while still promoting your company. Results Advertising is proud to support all the local teams and schools. We strive for the same excellence as they show in their endeavors. So let us help you cheer on and show your jacket pride. Go Jackets!
We have reached the top half of the seventh inning in this COC contest. Luke Bear will lead it off for Ozark, and Stanley Bryce and Jared Dalton. Harrison Kramer back on the mound for his third full inning of relief action. He has thrown 40 pitches in the ball game. And he offers it up and gets it in there for a strike call. Luke Bear hit a solo homer in the first. He's also singled twice, and he takes strike two. Kramer looks in for the sign, nods his approval, and now the pitch. It's a fastball high. And the Yellowjackets were trying to stretch their win streak to 3. Pitch in too tight for a ball, 2-2. Justin Sunley, I think, thought his batter got hit by the pitch. He's wanting a conference between the umpires to make a determination on that. And he gets the nod of approval, so it is a hit by pitch. So a runner for the Tigers, and the batter is Stanley Bryce. Bryce went deep in the first inning. Ozark hit 3 straight home runs. Sutton, Bear, and Bryce in the first. Sutton hit another one in the second. Here's the pitch on the way. Big swing, but no contact for strike one. Looking for the sign by Kramer. And the pitch on the way. And that's swung on and fouled off. 0-2 on Stanley Bryce. Jared Dalton with a 3-run shot for Ozark in the fourth inning. Here's a pitch in too tight for a ball, 1-2. So the Tigers, averaging 6 runs a ball game, have unleashed the power today on a windy afternoon at Oley Scott. Here's the pitch on 1-2, and that's a high fly ball. Out into center field, Brody Shoemaker, he's been having to go back today, but now he comes in and squeezes that one for the first out. So Bryce is retired. That'll bring up Jared Dalton. Singled and scored in the first. Homered with 2 on in the fourth and reached on an infield hit in the fifth. 1 on with 1 out for Ozark. Here's the pitch on the way from Harrison Kramer, and a swing and a miss for strike one. Jackets have to be encouraged by what big number 25 has brought to them on the mound today. Here's the next. And a sinker for a strike, 0-2. Dalton will go down to talk to his coach at third. A 1-2 the count, one on with one out. Throw to first and back in time is the base runner at the bag, Luke Bayer. O'Donnell waiting to hit next. That wind continues to start the flag out in center field, blowing to left. There's a pop-up on the infield. Who's going to catch this one? Racing in is Headley from third, and he'll grab it in front of Milliken. Nothing easy when the ball is up in the air today. So 2 out for Ozark, and it brings up O'Donnell. He has taken the collar 0 for 4. Two out, a runner at first for the Tigers. Big gap out in center and left center. From the high set, Harrison Kramer. The pause and now the pitch. And that's golfed high into the air out into center field. Shoemaker will turn on the radar and make the catch to retire the side and send us to the bottom half of the 7th inning with Ozark in front of Lebanon by a count of 12-4 on Jacket Nation Sports.
Some roofs just speak for themselves. D&K Roofing, family-owned and Lebanon proud, brings quality craftsmanship to every shingle, backed by trusted warranties and top-tier materials from Owens Corning. Whether it's a new roof, a tear-off, or a full inspection, they show up, stand behind their work, and keep homes protected. Fully licensed, fully insured, and a proud supporter of Jacket Nation Sports. Phone 417-718-5450 or visit online to schedule your free estimate today. D&K Roofing, where quality hits home. At United Electric Services, we're proud to support our athletes and the traditions that make our hometown shine. From the field to the workplace, we know success takes hard work, passion, and the right support. United Electric Services, always here for our community and always cheering for Jacket Nation.
Here at Jonesy's Travel Center, we're more than just a pit stop. We're a destination. Fuel up your car and your appetite with our exclusive offers. Hungry? Don't miss out on our mouth-watering daily special at the restaurant. Or try our new Yellowjacket burger, a 6-ounce beef patty loaded with breaded peppers and drizzled with hot honey sauce. Need a space to meet? Our meeting room has got you covered. From fueling your car to fueling your day, Jonesy's Travel Center has it all. Come experience it for yourself.
Last chance for Lebanon here in the home half of the 7th inning. Brody Shoemaker will lead it off. And Logan Kirkland trying to wrap things up with a 5-inning stint in relief. There's a bouncing ball hit to Julian at short. Up, over, and out, one gone. So Harrison Kramer, 52 pitches for Lebanon in relief over the course of 3 1/3. Struck out 6, hit a couple, gave up 1 run on 3 hits. Riley Gilby up now for the Yellowjackets, and there's strike 1 call. Kirkland has thrown 56 pitches. Here's a foul out of play, and it's 0-2. Gilby got a base hit in that 3-run 5th inning for Lebanon. Pitch is outside and low. Gilby takes a pitch below the knees, 2-2. He started the game on the mound. Started the day batting .444, but he gets called out on a pitch over the inside edge for strike 3. Third strikeout for Kirkland. And Beckett York will hit. 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a run scored for LHS. Here's a sidestep and the pitch, and a bouncing ball out to second base. Bear has it, and the short toss is in time to end the inning and end the ball game in favor of the Ozark Tigers as they pick up a COC victory on the road today. Final score, Ozark 12 and Lebanon 4. We'll be back to recap in a moment on Jacket Nation Sports.
At Independent Stave Company, our mission is for our employees and our community to flourish. That means supporting Lebanon's people, businesses, and schools today and always. We're proud to call Lebanon home, and we're here to support our hometown every play, every game, and every season. Missouri Cooperage, where community and teamwork always win. Go Yellowjackets! This one's for the landscaping pros. If landscaping is your business, you know the right equipment matters. Gravely is built for long days, clean stripes, and professional results that keep clients coming back. And right now, during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, you can get up to 20% off Gravely commercial mowers. It's the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event, April 9th through the 19th. Visit Fohn's Outdoor Power in Lebanon today.
Whenever I was here, this was all metal fence. The heart of LHS was family.
The best tradition that I can think of with marching band was the marching competitions.
Oh yeah, I remember these green shirts. I was most involved with FFA. I also played basketball.
I did unbelievably win an award for a poem I wrote.
I'm Ryan Southard.
I'm Amber Foote.
I'm Kayla Burns.
I'm Kim Light. I'm the CEO of Heritage Bank of the Ozarks, and I am proud to be a Yellow Jacket neighbor.
Early offense for Ozark turned the tide in this one. Tigers 5 in the first. Jackets got 1 in the bottom half. Then Ozark got 2 in the second to lead 7-1. 4 in the fourth to go 11-1. And then 12-1 with a run in the fifth inning for Ozark. Jackets stayed alive in the ball game as they picked up 3 in the bottom half of the fifth inning, but just too much distance to cover as the Tigers win this one by a final of 12-4. 12 runs, 17 hits, no errors, and 9 left on for Ozark. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left for the Yellow Jackets. Luke Baer went the first 2 innings, and then 5 standout innings in relief by Logan Kirkland of Ozark, as the Tiger pitching today was quality. Riley Gilby takes the loss. Ozark hit 5 home runs in the ball game. Ryland Sutton hit 2. Luke Baer hit a long one. Stanley Bryce also went deep, as did Jared Dalton. So 5 round trippers today for the Tigers. They win at 12-4. Ozark improves to 16-7 on the season, above 500 now in the COC at 4-3. The Jackets drop to 6-14, and Lebanon now in the league at 2-5. LHS will play 2 non-league games at West Plains on Saturday against the Zizzers and Dexter. Our next home broadcast coming up next Wednesday as Lebanon plays host to the Rolla Bulldogs. So thanks for joining us once again. Final score, Ozark 12 and Lebanon 4. So long from Oley Scott Field, Lebanon Baseball, a presentation of Jacket Nation Sports through the facilities of LEB TV.